I made a little boo-boo, and that was the other day when I decided, hey, I'm going to shave my face. Yeah, this has nothing to do with COVID, okay? It's just, I'm a little uncomfortable doing my show with how my face looks. See, the other day, I took a razor, and I said, I'm just going to trim it, trim it here and there. It didn't go too well. Nope, it didn't go too well at all. I ended up cutting a little too much. And now I look like a hairless cat. A hairless cat. That's what it is. We're going to start all over, okay? I'll be right back and I'll take this off, okay? Because I can't do the show like this. I'm suffocating. I can imagine people in public, in the grocery stores, like, this sucks. Anyways, I'll be right back. I got to get this off my face. Okay? So let's start that over. Let's start the beginning again, please. Bring back the drums. Bring back the music. Because I can't do this anymore. Holy moly. Welcome to tonight. I'm your host, Bruce, and yes, I look like a hairless cat. We do have a great show for you tonight. Beverly Hills Cop, 1984. Yes, starring Eddie Murphy. A little review on that later tonight. Also, believe it or not, we have At the Movies performing The Heat Is On right here tonight. They're going to come back to the show. So yeah, great show, great lineup, but I got to do what I got to do with what I got. So, oh yeah. A lot of stuff in the news right now, believe it or not. Cancel culture trying to cancel Eminem. I don't know what the hell he did. But, I mean, come on. Just because of a little lyric in his song in 2020, you guys want to cancel him? Relax, Chico, huh? You relax. Anyways, but that's one thing. Now, they want to cancel Miss Piggy. Miss Piggy. Come on. Even Pepe. You know Pepe? Pepe Le Pew? They want to cancel both of them. Unbelievable. But in Pepe Le Pew, he was coming on to her, yes, Penelope, but Penelope was coming on to him as well. It was a, two-way game. Relax. You people are getting out of control with this cancel culture. I mean, Johnny Bravo better get his, lawyer ready. I mean, sometimes I post a little comment, I post a little post on social media. People coming at me telling me, hey, you should focus on stuff that's important. You think I don't focus on stuff that's important? I'm always focused on stuff that's important. Go look at my social media. But let me tell you something. This is what my reply to these people. Blow it out your cheeks. Okay? Because I want to talk about this cancel culture because I don't agree with it. Okay? They want to cancel all these cartoons. Oh, it's not a big deal. It might not be a big deal to you, but a lot of people are fans of these cartoons. Do I still watch it? No. But when it comes on TV, I might watch it, Not Miss Piggy, but, I'll check out Pepe, Focus on things that are important. What, like Trump? Come on.
We did it, folks. We did it, folks. I'm gonna be reinstated as the President of the United States.
This is CNN breaking news.
Donald Trump, former president, will not be inaugurated today, despite what Q conspiracists believe.
Damn it.
I might have overspoke. But, yes. No, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen, trust me. But yeah, I mean, come on. It's getting out of control with that stuff. In other news, Oprah Winfrey, had her interview with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Pretty much it was like accusations about racism and this and that in the royal family and stuff. And one thing led to another. This got to the desk of Good Morning Britain. Piers Morgan. You know who Piers Morgan is? No? Well, Piers Morgan ended up walking off the set because he got offended. He got upset, and he walked off the set because he was in favor of the royal family. He was defending the royal family, even though the accusations against the royal family about racism. It's been going on for ages, okay? This has been going on for decades, a long time. You can't be really surprised by the accusations about racism. It is what it is. It's everywhere. And of course, he walked off the show. Check it out. Now, the reason he did that is because, he's upset because Meghan Markle didn't pick him over Harry. Like back in 2018, they were having dinner together, had a few drinks. He put her in a taxi one night, and she left off to a party that was hosted by Prince Harry. Is he still going by Prince Harry? Anybody? I don't know. So one thing led to another. Now they live happily ever after. Out of the royal family, of course. But it is what it is. He's just bitter. He's that type of guy. You know what I mean? So he ran away with his tail between his legs. And but yeah, the accusations. She even said she tried to, she considered suicide at one point because it was so bad over there. You could just imagine the stuff she was going through back then. Even Prince Harry was saying, man, I could just imagine what my mother Diana was going through at the time. She was alone. So yeah, a lot of crazy stuff going on in the royal family and in general. Just the stuff that's going on with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Like I said, is he still going by Harry? Prince Harry? I don't know. But anyways, that's that news right there. Big news coming out right now. Selena getting the Lifetime Achievement Award. That's pretty cool. Congratulations to her. Long overdue, if you ask me. But if you could just imagine the greatness, the achievements she would have achieved if she was alive today, which is insane when you think about it. Also, another news: The Weeknd, the artist, is in the news. He's boycotting the Grammys. The reason he's boycotting it is because they pretty much snubbed him. No nominations whatsoever. And he had the #1 song, #1 album in America in 2020. He was on the charts. I'm talking about the top 10 for like 52 weeks. And then he was on the top 3 for like multiple 7 to 10 weeks in a row, something like that. Now, he was higher than most of the artists that were nominated. Is this a racist thing? Does this have to do with race? Possibly. The Grammys have a history of doing this. And, a lot of people are coming to his defense for boycotting the Grammys because, they gave him an option to perform on the Grammys or to perform at the Super Bowl. He picked the Super Bowl, but to him, he's like, why can't I do both? So I guess this is like a snub to him, you know what I mean? Like, you know what? If you don't want to perform at the Grammys, you're not going to get nominated. So he took his ball and walked, and that's what he's got to do. He boycotted the Grammys, and he said he's going to continue doing it for years to come. He said he's not going to give them the rights to his music, so it is what it is. Good for him, good for him. I want to move on to TV and movie news right now. A lot of people talking about Galaxy Quest 2, the sequel, and from the 1999 movie, starring Tim Allen. Yes, and even Alan Rickman was in the original one, but he's not going to be in the new one, of course, because he passed away in 2016, so rest in peace to him. But Tim Allen coming back for Galaxy Quest 2, #2. And also in other news, we got the Young Guns. Young Guns 3 with Emilio Estevez returning.
I was like, Emilio!
You heard the guy, so that's going to be pretty cool. Emilio Estevez returning for Young Guns 2. It's going to be pretty big. And of course, Coming to America 3, Eddie Murphy says he's very interested in it. After the numbers came out for part 2 on Amazon, a lot of people enjoyed the movie. I didn't enjoy it as much. It was a sequel, but it wasn't as funny as the first. A lot of people have their different opinions on it. That's just me. But it is what it is. So Coming to America 3, Eddie Murphy wants to do it when he's 75 years old. I don't know about that, but that's Eddie Murphy. That's what he wants to do. He says he has a plan in place. But I'm pretty sure once the numbers finally, all of it comes out, they're going to do it sooner than later. Trust me. I can tell you that right now. But even the guy that plays Soul Glow, in the movie, in the first one, he didn't appear in the Eric. He didn't appear in the new one. But it is what it is, and that's just how it happened. But if they do a part 3, I have a great idea of who could play Mr. Soul Glow in the new one.
shine through. Just let it smooth. Just let it shine through.
What do you want? What do you want? That's the best I can do. I've been watching this show, Ray Donovan, on TV. Yep, on Showtime. Ray Donovan. It's been out for many years, since 2013. Now they're finally coming out with a Ray Donovan movie, so that's pretty cool. I'm on the second season of the series, so just want to let you guys know, if you guys looking for a new show to binge watch, Ray Donovan is the show. Trust me, it's really good. Also starring John Voight and James Woods in the season 1. Pretty good stuff, pretty good stuff. Good acting with all involved. Liev Schreiber, amazing actor right there. So look forward to that if you guys are looking for a new show to binge watch. But yeah, that's going to be it for the monologue. And coming up next, Beverly Hills, Beverly Hills 90210. No, Beverly Hills Cop, 1984. Got all my numbers mixed up, it's insane. You see what happens when I shave? I'm not myself. I'm not myself. I'm not Bruce. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Anyways, coming up next. Don't go anywhere, Jack. So listen up, guys. If any of you are into any gaming channels, I would recommend Cashies and Her Dad Play. They are a father and daughter YouTube channel where they play all kinds of video games. They do Let's Play series and funny commentaries on games such as Resident Evil series, Streets of Rage, GTA Online, Friday the 13th, and many other games. I'm telling you right now, the GTA Online is a must-see, plus the rest of the games. Go check them out on YouTube at Cashies and Her Dad Play, and show them some support by subscribing to their channel and by following their social media accounts at the links below. They are the real deal. So go check them out today. Beverly Hills Cop, 1984. Definitely a classic film for all action comedy from start to finish. You can't go wrong with a film like this. Starring Eddie Murphy as Axel Foley. You got Judge Reinhold as Rosewood. John Astin as Taggart. Yes, Taggart and Rosewood. Axel, you got yourself one hell of a film. Did about 83% on Rotten Tomatoes. 13 million at the budget, and believe it or not, 316 at the box office. A huge profit for a film like this. And this film is pretty much about Eddie Murphy, who has to go and find out who murdered his best friend in front of him. So he leaves Detroit, goes to Beverly Hills, meets up with Victor Maitland, which is the villain in the film, and he pretty much confronts him head on and says, "Hey, what happened? I know my best friend was working for you, so what happened?" They don't want to tell him anything. They throw him out the window. He gets put in the police department, and he gets it on, pretty much almost gets into a fist fight with Taggart. And then one thing leads to another. He needs to convince these detectives that he's telling the truth. He knows somebody killed his best friend. Even his department, the police department from Detroit, didn't want him going out there. They had somebody else working the case. One thing led to another. He ends up convincing Taggart and Rosewood, who actually resemble, they were put in this movie to resemble Laurel and Hardy. Laurel and Hardy, the comic duo from back in the day. That's the kind of characters these guys play with each other. Now, one thing leads to another. He convinces Taggart and Rosewood to believe him, and they go and they find Victor Maitland, and one thing leads to another. It's a cat and mouse game. Eddie Murphy is hilarious in this film. It's a non-stop comedy action film. You guys are going to enjoy it if you haven't seen it. The movie also stars Ronnie Cox, Jenny Summers, Stephen Burkhoff as Victor Maitland, and believe it or not, Sylvester Stallone was originally attached to the project, left 2 weeks prior to filming. Rumor has it, by Stephen Burkhoff, that he didn't like the juice that was delivered to his trailer. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. I'm just reporting what I heard and what I read. Now, also rumors were producer Don Simpson didn't really get along with Stallone. Stallone was changing the script left and right. He was making it more action and less comedy. So, even the movie was going to be called Beverly Drive, with Sylvester Stallone playing a character, Axel Cabretti. He ended up taking that Cabretti character, Stallone, taking it to Cobra 2 years later, and pretty much put all the scenes that he wanted to do in this Beverly Hills Cop, he put it in Cobra. 1986, which was a really good movie, by the way. Underrated, but really good movie. And so, you know, one thing led to another. Stallone left the project 2 weeks. Pretty much a slap in the face of the director, Martin Brest, and producer Don Simpson. I don't know, they just didn't get along on the set. But you could just imagine, 2 weeks prior to filming, they had to find Eddie Murphy at the last minute. Good thing he was available. And Martin Brest says he had a great time with Eddie Murphy. A lot of the scenes in the movie was actually improvised by Eddie Murphy, Judge Reinhold, and John Astin. And Martin Brest had a great time on this. Believe it or not, he ended up getting his directing gig by flipping a coin. Martin Scorsese was actually up for the directing job. Didn't get it. And I guess he didn't... It kind of reminded him too much of other old films like this. But yeah, so you know, he flipped a coin, got the directing job, and there you go. The rest is history. But this movie just has it all from start to finish. You cannot go wrong with a film like this. Believe it or not, the Beverly Hills Police Department did not want the crew to film at the headquarters. So Martin Brest had to create his own set, build his own set from scratch. One thing led to another. Everything went good, and it resembled the police department in Beverly Hills. Another part in the movie, they go to Detroit a lot. You know, there's a lot of filming in Detroit. So when Martin Brest took the crew to film around Detroit, the police department couldn't go through certain neighborhoods. It was a very dangerous time at the time, you know. So, you know, they said you gotta go by yourself and film these scenes on your own. You know what I mean? It's up to you guys to do this. But we can't walk you through those neighborhoods. I don't know what it was like back then, so I can't really say. I'm just going by what I read. But Martin Brest ended up taking the chance, and he did it himself. He ended up going and doing it himself. There was a lot of problems that arose from the script, especially when the script wasn't completed in time of the filming. Murphy would end up improvising most of the scenes, and Martin Brest, the director, ended up keeping all those scenes in the film because he just enjoyed working with Eddie Murphy. And every time there was a problem on set, Eddie Murphy, whether it was something serious or not, Eddie Murphy made everyone laugh, especially in one scene when Jenny and Axel were held at gunpoint in the factory. Eddie Murphy made a joke. Of course, they cut that scene from the movie, but he made a joke between Victor Maitland and Eddie Murphy, and believe it or not, Victor Maitland ended up shaking his head. They kept that scene in the movie, but it was all an inside joke, and Eddie Murphy made Victor laugh, so I thought that was cool. And then they kept that in the movie. I thought that was pretty cool to do that. Some stunts, believe it or not, Eddie wouldn't do. He didn't like doing his own stunts in the film. He knew he was going to get hurt. But according to the director, Martin Brest, he says, if I can do it, you can do it. So Martin Brest would then, in one scene, jump down a flight of steps. And then Eddie Murphy ended up doing the same. You know, so like pretty much they were like a buddy and buddy duo. So they always helped each other out during the filming of the process. And believe it or not, the banana in the tailpipe, no. It was going to be a potato in the tailpipe. But they couldn't find a potato due to time constraints and due to the fact that there was no potatoes around where they needed, when they needed one. So Eddie Murphy improvised once again and found a banana and used that banana for the tailpipe. So that's when it became Banana in the Tailpipe. Plus, they were running low on time. So, of course, this film has 2 sequels, part 2 and 3. 2 movies came out in the 80s and 1 in the 90s. There's rumors of a 4th film. That's if Netflix gives the green light. Right now, everything's going good with Eddie Murphy with Coming to America 2, so anything's possible. I'm all down for a 4th film. I think it'll be pretty badass. Beverly Hills Cop 4, let's see what happens with that. You talk about a list of names that were considered for the movie. Jeff Bridges, Robert De Niro, Harrison Ford, and Michael Keaton, along with Mickey Rourke, who was given a guaranteed $400,000 to be in the film. Fortunately, due to time constraints, the filming was taking too long and he ended up stepping out. But those are just a few of the names that were considered for the role. But hey, they went with Eddie Murphy, and believe it or not, they got the best man for the job. There's no doubt about it. Even though Stallone was originally the guy they wanted, hey, if he's going to cry over some orange juice, get his ass out of there. And Eddie Murphy definitely did the job. But like I said, this movie pretty much has it all from start to finish. You know, you got great chemistry, great cast. Everybody works together well, and even the bad guy, Victor Maitland, Stephen Barkov, even the bad guy, Victor Maitland. Everybody plays their part perfectly well in this film. All I can say is go see the movie. It's not that much of a long movie review today, but it's something, you know. So definitely go watch the movie and enjoy it. Believe it or not, coming up next we have a great music by At the Movies performing The Heat Is On. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And right now, At the Movies, The Heat Is On.
Get the fuck out of here.
The heat is on the street.
was amazing. That was an awesome performance. Thank you guys. Great music video by At the Movies. Once again, I appreciate you guys being on the show. You guys are awesome. I'm definitely going to have you guys back again. I'm telling you right now, go check their social media accounts. These guys are the real deal. At the Movies. All their links are going to be below. They got new music coming out all the time. You got to check them out. They're the real deal. Once again, thank you guys. And that's going to be it for tonight with Bruce Martin. I'll be back next week with a brand new episode. Until then, take it easy, be careful, and take care of each other. Alright? I will see you then. Peace.
$130,000. Get the fuck out of here! No, I cannot. It's serious because it's very important. Base.
Have you ever sold one of these?
Sold it yesterday to a collector. Get the fuck out of here! Sorry else, I said it myself.